What's going on, buddies? I'm Chris Williams. Welcome to Thinks of a Thoughter. I'm the Thoughter, and these are my thinks. Today, I'm thinking about the 5 big questions I have for E3 2015. Number 5. Will Konami let Kojima say one last goodbye to Metal Gear? If you're watching this, then it means you're well aware of all the drama going on between Konami and Kojima. And though Konami doesn't seem like a company that really cares about public opinion at this point, I can't imagine they'd be such big assholes as to not let Kojima have one last moment with his game. Personally, I do expect we'll see Kojima at the press conference, and it'll be awkward, sad, weird, classic Kojima. And personally, I'm way more interested though in E3 2017 when Kojima comes on stage like he's Usher in that Confessions video. This by far is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. To tell you, the company I love, that I'm making a game with a company that I barely even know. Number 4. Microsoft's E3 conference. Is it quantity over quality, or can Microsoft really win this year's E3? Back in April, the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, said on Twitter, we should have a new exclusive IP at E3. He also went on to say that I'm trying to make this E3 more about first party than past E3s. Here's what we know Microsoft has in development. Halo 5, Gears of War, Tomb Raider, Quantum Break, Crackdown, Fable Legends, and Scalebound. We're probably also going to see Call of Duty, maybe the new Assassin's Creed, and some indie titles like Cuphead and Below. This sounds like a lot, and it is. Trust me, it's incredible. But there's still some questions that have to be answered. Can Crackdown recapture the magic of the original game? Can Gears of War be interesting again? Can Fable Legends be anything but disappointing? Quality over quantity. Number 3. Does Nintendo have anything interesting to show people who don't already own a Nintendo device? E3 between the big 3 console developers is like Game of Thrones. Everyone is strategizing to be the one who sits on the Iron Throne. Now, I don't know who Microsoft or Sony would be in the world of George Railroad Martin, but Nintendo, I can say confidently that they're Samuel Tarly. Smart, brave, doesn't know how to win a fight, for some strange reason has fangirls, and constantly brags about something he did in the past. And as time goes on, he just keeps losing more and more friends. Don't get me wrong, I love Nintendo. Last week I talked about how awesome that the Nintendo 64 was in another video I made. It's just this year's E3, I think they'll show games that are interesting and unique and will make the people who own Nintendo consoles and the 3DS as well like very happy. But I think they're going to wait until next year to try and get people like me back into the Nintendo family. I think with the recent discovery that The Legend of Zelda doesn't even have a year attached to it anymore, that it means that Nintendo is delaying all of their big titles for when they unveil NX at next year's E3. Or, knowing Nintendo, some random, Nintendo Direct on a Tuesday when everyone's asleep. But while I'm sure I sound very negative on Nintendo, I'm actually really excited to see what they do, but it's for next year. This year, not so much. Number 2, PlayStation. Where them games? Does PlayStation have anything up their sleeve? Do they have that one big announcement that can make what looks like a lacking conference exciting? Here's what we know so far. Uncharted 4, Until Dawn, God of War, No Man's Sky, which personally, unless that's going to have a release date, I don't expect to see at the conference this year. We've also got Ninja Theory's Hellblade and Capcom's Deep Down. And because Sony understands that indies are important, I'm sure that we're going to see Rhyme, The Tomorrow Children, The Witness, but even with that, the conference is still missing something. I think there are 2 games unveiled at the PlayStation press conference that will leave everyone amazed. First off, love him or hate him, David Cage will show his latest game. Will it have to do with that Old Man Wizard trailer we saw a while back? Or could we actually be getting a game based on that tech demo released a few years back called Kara? Either way, I think we're going to see Quantic Dream, and I think whatever they show will be amazing. Even if you're not a big fan of Quantic Dream's games, they always show really well at the events like this, so they're very pretty. Very good graphics. Maybe you don't like the controls visually, though. That game's going to look amazing on a giant screen at a press conference. Just trust me on this. Now, the other game I think we're going to see at the press conference, brace yourself, just relax. The Last Guardian. I know. Okay, I get it. Trust me, I'm crazy. But I think that this is the year we finally see it. I see absolutely no reason why Sony wouldn't show it. Besides, if they don't show it, I think it turns out that they really just don't have much else. Like, all of the people who bought a PS4 might start considering the other console. Number 1. Will Fallout 4 live up to the hype? With rumor of a cinematic trailer being made by Guillermo del Toro's studio, and even more rumors that there's going to be some type of demo of the game at the press conference, gamers are getting more and more excited for the game that Bethesda possibly, but totally will, show at their first ever E3 press conference. While I know people are excited about a new Doom game, possibly Dishonored 2, maybe even a new IP, at the end of the day, people are tuning in to Bethesda's conference for one reason: Fallout 4. Could you imagine, though, if they don't show it, like, what'll happen? But don't worry, they're going to show it. And it's purely my opinion, but not only are they going to be showing it at E3, they're also going to be coming out and saying that this game drops holiday season 2015. I guarantee it. But the question remains, can it live up to the hype? Probably not. Let's just be honest. For some people, it will not live up to the hype. But even if parts of the internet aren't satisfied with what they see, I'm still expecting a great experience out of Bethesda. I mean, it's Fallout. It's kind of hard to mess that up. Cut to 6 months from now when I'm making a video about how they messed Fallout up. Well, guys, this has been Thinks of a Thoughter. Leave your comments below telling me what you're most curious to see at this year's E3. And if you like this video, let me know what you'd like to see me talk about next time. Thanks for watching. Later, buddies.